Alright, welcome to my Chapter 4 Season 2 Battle Pass skins review. So I will be covering each and every skin in the Season 2 Battle Pass, and I'll be reviewing them in depth. Now, I asked you guys which one you would like to see first. I was going to start with Mizuki, who of course is the tier 100, but overwhelmingly everyone wants to see the Stray skin first. So he's available on page 9 and 10 of the Battle Pass, so a little after the midway point. Now, obviously, this is the Drift 2.0 skin, absolutely incredible, especially if you missed out on the OG Drift. And we'll do some comparisons as well. So it's almost an entire set. The only thing that's missing in the combo is a contrail, and if you played in Chapter 1 Season X, you will have the Rift Lightning. So let's take a closer look at him before we go into a game. It says, adrift, but never lost, and his name is Stray. So this is his default style. He's a little skinnier than the original Drift, and of course he has horns. His mask does look slightly different as well, but we'll do a comparison in just a second. He does have those awesome electricity sparks coming out of him. Just on the top half though. I really like that. Now you can toggle a few things on. You can turn the effects off, which are the sparks that I was just referring to. I don't know why anyone would do that, but just in case you don't like those, you can toggle them off. Likewise, you can take his mask off, which a lot of people were hoping for, and there he is. It's a completely different Drift than we saw in Chapter 1. He's got a pretty sweet haircut though. I would love to have rocked that in high school. Actually, back in my day though, you probably would have got made fun of for that hair, even though it looks sweet. So his secondary style is the Renegade Stray, and this is where he mimics the Drift from Chapter 1. So you can see the difference here. The mask actually changes a little bit as well, including the style, shape, and color of the horns. But you can see the brilliant Drift color scheme of the pink, gold, and white all over. Even his eyes change to the pink color, which is really cool. Now if you take the mask off, I don't think anything on his face changes. Let's just see. No, it's just his outfit. Nothing on the facial part. And of course you can turn the glow off again if you don't like that. Now there's one more style called the Stealth Stray, but unfortunately you won't be unlocking this until around week 6, 7, or 8, depending on how many quests you've done. And this one is absolutely phenomenal. I think we can still play around with it in the locker. We're going to look. So even though I don't have it, yes, it does let me at least view it. So you can see he does lose that original Drift look, and this is more of an upgrade on his Stray style right here. So the mask will change from white and red to a full dark blood red and a little bit of gold. Likewise, his horns get darker as well. You can see in the original style they're that gold color, and this one they're more of a, it's almost like a charcoal black. And everything else on him turns white, including the glow. So you can take that off again if you want, and you can also take his mask off. Then he looks really clean. I actually really like that. But, like I said, you won't be getting that until near the end of the season, unfortunately. So how about his back bling, the Fox Wayfinder? Take a look at that. It says always know your way home. So it's like a compass and it's reactive. So that's good. We'll test that out. So here's the default one. It's like a navy blue color, and the little pieces that come out are red and silver. Whereas this one, it's more so his Drift color scheme. You can see it's black, white, and gold. And the spear thing that comes out is gold and pink as well. So you can turn the reactivity off if you want, and then I don't think it functions at all. It'll just be, as you see right there, the spiky things will not come out. It won't function as a compass. Or you can turn it all the way reactive, and then you've got all the spiky things out there. So I'm assuming that every limb you get, it's going to bring out a spike for your compass. And in total, there are 5. So I can see why you would want to run this in full, because let's say you only have 3 kills, it'll look kind of dumb. Whereas in full, it looks really, really clean. But let's just double check on the reactivity first. I'm assuming it's with kills. Pickaxes are pretty sweet. The Fox Fire Edge, a gift from the Tricksters, it says. And for some reason, the first style is locked. And we have the secondary style. Let me go see where these are from, because I don't know how you unlock this. I'm going to have to take a look. The original ones look pretty sweet. A little red splash effect. And then the Drift ones probably have pink. Yep. Very cool. Now the glider I did see was on the quest rewards, so the secondary one for the Fox Clan, you're going to have to wait until the end of the season again to get, but it's got that nice purple and pink and gold and red. The first one's not bad though. That could match the Drift style as well. Now the wrap I was a little underwhelmed with. It's called the Stray Fox. It's not animated, it's not reactive, and this would not match the secondary drift style. So yes, the Fox back bling is at the end of the season as well, or middle of the season I should say, but the pickaxes must be under bonus rewards. Let's just, oh yeah, the first bonus rewards that you can get. You unlock the default pickaxe, okay. And I think that's the only reward for Stray in the bonus section. Well, I guess other than this. So let's just do a quick comparison between the OG Drift from Chapter 1, Season 5, and the current Drift 2.0, aka Stray. So you can see what I mean by a little more slender. And it's just because the original Drift's jacket was puffy. Very, very puffy. So he looks a little more futuristic compared to the OG Drift. And the original Drift has a lot more electricity around him. It goes all the way down his body. Whereas with the Stray, it's just shoulder height and above. Of course, there's no horns on the OG Drift. So in terms of fully decked out, I would say the OG Drift is better. But in terms of maskless Drift, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this one just because you can't really see his face. But this is what he looks like. And in my opinion, this one looks way better. But that's just me. I'm sure anyone that owns the original Drift might say otherwise, but I actually really like this character design right here. Good stuff. All right, first, let's check out the glider. Okay, so it's a lot smaller in-game than what it looked like in the Battle Pass. So you've got that long, pointy, almost spear-like object, and then 3 miniature ones. Okay, that's pretty sick, though. When you start moving... Hold on, let's stand still again. They spun around in a circle for a second, but look at the contrail. That's nice. Ooh, and the underside looks really good. That's pretty clean, actually. Let me redeploy it one more time. What made them spin around? Oh, they didn't spin around there. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, so going left and right makes them torpedo around. That's really cool. And they kind of point up when you go backwards. That's a pretty sick glider. I love the barrel roll that they do. Really, really cool. Okay, so here we go. This is Stray with his mask on, with the effects on, in his first style. So let me do nailed it. We'll take a look. You can see the electricity sparks around his shoulders and his head, and that's it. There's nothing below the shoulders. Let's turn the lights off real quick. You can see his eyes also glow. Really, really clean there. Nothing else on him glows, though, that I can see. Maybe when we trigger the reactivity on the back bling, but nothing else on this form glows. So here's the wrap, and you can really see the static electricity when you aim down sights. Again, the wrap is nothing really special. Not reactive, not animated, but it does suit this first style really, really good. Now, the pickaxes are a lot better than I thought. Check this out. They are literally attached to his arms. I was not expecting that for some reason. I thought they were swords that he would hold in his hands. So that is an unexpected surprise to me. So when I aim down sights, you can see he has that super shredder blade right on his forearm, and it's silver. But when you pull out the pickaxes, it turns gold. It almost replaces that blade with this cooler looking one. Here's the contrail. Oh my goodness, they spin around. That is wickedly awesome. Okay, so again, when I saw this in the locker, I was underwhelmed. But this is actually incredible. And remember, these are the Drift version because you don't unlock the default one until after tier 100, unfortunately. That's really cool, though. Let's try it in the dark. You can see the phenomenal glow. Oh, man. That is so cool. I'm assuming there's going to be a real nice pink splash, but let's just take a look. Yep. Very amazing there. So far, so good. And obviously, from our perspective, the hood is up, so the horns don't really bother you that much. You can see them when you aim down sights, but it's not that bad. And here's his emote. Again, it's called Standing Bow. Gives me Mortal Kombat vibes. Finish him! So every time you sprint slide, he will pull his pickaxes out in a dramatic, awesome fashion. I like that. Just a solid overall skin. Now, we can't test the back bling's reactivity here because you can't test reactivity in private matches because it's dumb unless I had another person here. So I'll show that in a little bit. Overall, though, this is a very solid first style. So here he is with his mask off. Now, I think some people are going to appreciate this one a little more, just because there's no horns, you actually can see a human face, and he's just more relatable. However, the hood does go down, obviously, so now you have to see that when you aim down sights, but it's not bad. Looks pretty clean. So obviously he'll lose a little bit of glow, and if you don't want to stand out, you can turn the effects off with this style, and then you're pretty much very low-key. You'll have no animation, no glow, no nothing. Other than your pickaxes, of course. So here's the drift style with the mask on and the hood up, of course. And boy, does that look sweet. I took the back bling off because remember, we don't have the drift version of it just yet. Look at how awesome that looks. I love the color scheme of drift. It's just so amazing. Here he is from the front. You can see right below his chest, he's got a very, very vibrant pink glow. And the eyes glow tremendously as well. Take a better look in the dark here. You can see the back of his cape lights up. The glow looks phenomenal. And again from the front, ooh, even the underside of his cape looks very, very clean. Look at that. And of course these pickaxes are his, so they'll look way better on this style as opposed to that first one we had. Now I did change the wrap because this is a drift wrap from a prior drift skin and it looks perfect. Color scheme matches amazing. So I would definitely look to run a previous drift wrap if you have one, especially with this style. Very clean. I love this. So here we go, hood down. Now I don't know about this one. I like this. It looks good, don't get me wrong, but I think when you're using this drift style, you gotta do the one with the mask on to get the full effect. But this one doesn't look bad. It's not bad at all. I just feel like his unmasked human form looks way better with the first style. And probably that Snow White style as well. But with this drift style, I think you gotta have the hood up with the mask on. But again, the wrap flows perfectly. Looks really, really good. Let's do his standing bow. Very cool. What a great looking skin. I think they did such a great job. This should have been the tier 100 in my opinion. So clean. I love it. All right, here we go. Let's test the reactivity. Can't wait to see if it truly is 5 eliminations for this back bling or not. Now remember, I don't have the drift version of this yet, so this is for the default style. It won't match quite as nice, but we'll see. So I assume that on every elim up until 5, it's gonna protrude a new spike. Well, let's just see. I'm gonna try to hip fire so we can see the back bling in full effect here. All right, get ready. Yes, okay. So it was a little lackluster. I mean, it didn't make any noise that I could see. And it just kind of sprouted up there. Let's try again. Here we go. Yep, so there's 2. This will be easier with the shotgun. Here we go. There's 3. So it turns clockwise, and then a new blade sprouts up. Slice him up like a fruit ninja. That's pretty sick. So there's 4, so we should need 1 more elim. What's going on over here? Camping in a bush? So there's 5. That should be the max effect right there. Let's see what happens when we get an elim now. Okay, so it'll still rotate. Did you see that? It was real quick. Put another one. Here we go. So it doesn't light up, it just turns, and that's it. It's just a real quick turn of the compass. So not bad. It's pretty clean. The drift one obviously would look a lot better. But I'd say you're even okay not running any back bling at all. It just looks that cool on this particular style. Now remember, if you're not confident in getting 5 eliminations, you can just turn the reactivity off and put it on full. And then you'll have this style to begin with right here. Other than this being reactive, I didn't see any other reactivity to this particular skin. But when you look this good, you don't need reactivity. Amazing. So there you go. That is my full gameplay and review on Stray. In my opinion, this is one of the best, if not the best skin in the entire Battle Pass. And we still have one more style yet to unlock. I'm glad they gave an unmasked version because if they didn't, I feel like a lot of people would just say, oh, this is just a ripoff of the OG Drift skin. They didn't really change it that much. But now we've got a completely different person underneath. You can toggle the effects off if that's too much and you want to be low key. It's just a really, really clean looking skin. Now, if I had to rank them, obviously I'm going to say the Renegade Stray is the best. But the original Stray didn't look too bad. And again, if you own some of the original Drift items, you can mix and match and it'll look absolutely spectacular. So there you go, one Battle Pass skin down. I'll be covering the Tier 100 Mizuki next. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you like this version better than the OG Drift? Even if you don't, you gotta admit, this is a very, very clean looking skin. And I think it did this OG Drift a little justice, for sure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is Tabor time.